Hi, everybody, and welcome to this week's episode of Crushing Land. Happy to have you here with us. And this week, we're going to be talking about team building. We're still going along our themes that we've been talking about the last couple weeks, and that is the misconceptions that are being placed out there. And don't get me wrong, having a team is not a misconception. That is very important in this business. But so many people look at it the wrong way, okay? When it comes to your team, you want to have people that are helping you to run your business day in and day out, whatever that may be. So that team may include people that actually work with you inside of your business, such as an acquisition or a dispo manager, something like that. It may include things that are outsourced. People on your team may include a call center. It may include a mailing house, things like that that you are outsourcing to, and they are handling certain aspects of your business. It also may include VAs that handle different aspects of your business, whatever those may be, right? It could be putting marketing out. It could be getting lists for you. It could be scrubbing lists, whatever it is. Those are team members that work for you. Where so many make a mistake here is thinking that they need to go beyond these things with their team. One big one that I hear all the time is that you want to find good real estate agents in an area that will be on your team. And don't get me wrong, I have a real estate license and I have been licensed for a number of years, right? And I gladly work and sell properties with real estate agents. There's nothing wrong with that. However, they are not my team members. These properties go out for sale, and if a real estate agent finds it, they will reach out to me, right? The same thing with builders. I have sold numerous properties over the years, but I don't have builders on my team, right? I don't have specific builders that I sell to all the time. Right? These are not people that should be on your team. Now, if you're working in a very specific area, right? You've got a very specific subdivision that you've had a few properties in. Yes, you may have a real estate agent that you go to in there because you know, hey, this has worked out very well for us. Or you may have a builder that says, bring me anything that you have in this area and I'll buy it from you. But those aren't team members at this point. Those are just connections. Those are relationships that you have built. And now you're going back and you're working with those people. What's the difference? Well, if you view them as just relationships, as just buyers, as people that can help you facilitate a deal, you're not basing your buying criteria on what they are demanding, right? They are just one aspect, one tool that you can use to move your property. So, for example, my business partner had done a bunch of deals in a single subdivision, and he found a real estate agent that worked there and was very good and sold a ton of property. And so he made arrangements with them in order to sell properties whenever he got contracts in that subdivision. But the thing is, he was working the entire county, not just that subdivision. And that agent, while they worked in other areas, was not as focused as they were in that subdivision. So that agent now was somebody, when he got a property in that subdivision, he would go to, he would list the property with them. He'd let them handle it in that case. But if they were in a different area of the county, he would handle it differently. Right? So when you're looking at team building, yes, there's people that handle things day in and day out. And then there's other people that you have relationships with that you use based on where you're working, where the property is, what type of property, all of those things. Again, the problem is you don't want to be catering to their needs. Some people say, well, it's easy, right? It's low-hanging fruit. And that could be true for a little while. The problem is those type of leads are going to dry up. If you're only focusing on what these people want, like this is the type of property that they sell, or this is the type of property that that buyers buy from me, then those leads, yes, you can get some deals, but in the end, it's going to be low-hanging fruit only, and they will dry up. Over the years, one thing that's been said about me and that people tell me all the time is it seems like you can sell anything, right? You get properties and you put them under contract, and then you're able to sell them. It's like, why are you so able to sell? And the thing is that I don't focus on a single means, right? I'm not worried about having that relationship with that agent. Yes, I'll reach out to an agent if I know that they've sold properties in a certain area and we've done business together, right? Or if I've seen that they have sold numerous properties in an area. Yes, I'll reach out to them, but they're not a team member. They're just a relationship. The same thing with builders. I have certain builders that I purchased, that I've sold to on numerous occasions. So I'll reach back out to them. Hey, I've got another property in this area. Are you looking for it? But that's just one aspect of what we do when we sell. When we're doing our dispo, it's not just about selling to that buyer or working with that agent. It's about whoever comes along. And the vast majority of our purchasers, people buying from us, are one time only. They come, they buy, and then they're done. They're buying it for a very specific purpose. So we have a buyer's list. We sell to people on our buyer's list. And yes, people have bought multiple properties from us. But again, most are not repeat buyers. So if you are focusing on team building and these members are part of your team, you're going to be very restricted as to where you're working, how you're working, what areas you're working, and what type of deals that you're working on. And because of that, you're going to be leaving a whole bunch of deals on the table. Whereas the best way to move forward is to have the team be internal. You're focusing on getting the deals done. And then when it comes to dispositions, if you have relationships with those type of people, reach out to them. See if they're interested. And if they're not, then easily go and sell it to somebody else. And like I said, over 1,000 deals, the vast majority of our sales are to single buyers that came to us directly because of our marketing and then purchased the property and they moved on, and that was it. They bought that single one. So you don't want to be focusing on what other people want that are just facilitators in the deal, or even if they're a builder and they're buying the deal, just are only focusing on a certain thing when there's so many more things out there. So understand the difference between what an actual team member is and what a relationship is that you can build, and then use those things accordingly, and you'll see that your results go through the roof because you're focusing on the deal instead of the people. And if you're focusing on the deal itself, the people will come. Different people will find you. I've always said, and anybody that's watched me has heard me say this over and over again, one thing is, like, in over 1,000 deals, I said there's only been a handful of properties that would have ever been of interest to me, but I'm focusing on the deals and other people are interested in them. And because of that, they come through our marketing. We're able to work with them. So yes, team building is important, but focus on the right way to build the team, and you'll notice that your success goes through the roof and you do even more deals because of it.